guys, I bought Doom. I'm installing it right now.
Oh,
finally.
sweet.
Your dad finally upgrade your crappy computer already?
Yeah, it can play. I got something better than an ad-lib for music, and I can run it at full resolution. It's great. I just got to use...
Full resolution?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yoshi's LHASFX. Don't know what the heck that is, but I've seen it in other things, weirdly enough. Like, I think Catacombs 3D had that when I extracted it or, installed it, which is weird. Who the heck's Yoshi? All right, guys. I'm going General MIDI.
Oh, no.
So much
Quick
better
question.
than AdLib, yeah?
Who plays Doom with a keyboard and a joystick?
Huh. I never... So I...
Just imagine my flight stick that I used to play Wing Commander, and try playing Doom with that.
That's weird.
Yeah, only a little though.
So
I never understood why they photoshopped a shotgun onto the background
Why not?
Which background?
when it starts up the game.
Oh, the one that's weirdly in Doom Guy's hands?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
What are you doing?
Oh,
Don't do that.
I'm messing around with the
Whoa.
resolution to see the full extent of my new power computer. That's what PC stands for.
Right.
Also,
Yeah.
introducing Nightmare Mode. I won't be playing that ever.
Nightmare Mode.
Wait a minute, this is
extended universe.
this is episode 2.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Oh, that's right. You've beaten episode.
Yeah, I've beaten episode
Yeah.
1.
Alright.
Ooh, upside down cross. That's edgy.
So,
Damn.
something a bit special about that thing, you'll see as probably as we're coming back. But, yeah. Kind of annoying thing about the episode structure is you gotta start with a pistol every 9 maps, but here we are.
I mean, it at least makes sense for this one because we did just die, but thankfully, Doom Guy's soul just happens to have a handgun with him at all times. I guess.
Yeah, so
I guess.
the upside down cross, it hurts you if you stand inside of it.
Oh.
And it actually caught me because of the way the timing on getting hurt by slime works. So,
yeah, that's a thing.
yeah.
Have we talked about that yet?
No, so basically, man, I say basically not a lot I've noticed.
Well,
Um,
it is basic after all. This is the layman's term version.
In layman's
man, whatever.
terms, whatever. So your gun, it swings left and right as you run, right?
Right.
That
Yeah.
is synced with the game timer, and what else is synced with the game timer is the timing for, giving out damage on the hurt floors. So you know when the floor is going to hurt you if your gun's at the height of its swing and you're on slime. Also, I'm going back because I missed it. Well, I unlocked this, and here's a new enemy.
Oh.
Oh, God.
No, not
Boo.
that
Oh.
thing.
Are you
Yo.
frightened?
Yeah, I'm frightened. Yeah, I wouldn't say frightened, but I'm something right now.
Look, can I get this out of the way right now, please?
It's
Yeah.
gonna be a full rate PITA. It better be like 4 stars. 2 stars.
They're not so bad.
Sit
I
on
agree.
it.
I don't get the people who think that cacodemons are cute.
I guess it
That-
depends on the person. I could.
I mean,
I could see that
maybe-
perspective.
Maybe the plush thing, when they're cutified and they're not like gross, bumpy reptilian things, and also look like that when they die, kind of gross. But yeah.
So apparently the cacodemon design was based on
I know this. Yeah.
It's like an astral dreadnought's head from the Dungeons and Dragons monster manual. I'm not sure which edition or whatever the heck, but
I thought they were based on the Beholder from Dungeons and Dragons. I believe that's what they're called.
I always like I said, I don't really know. I don't D&D, so
I'll send you some sweet D&D pics, after we're done with this, I guess.
thanks, dog.
Yeah, anytime, home slice.
All right, enough of that.
Yeah, I was
I'm not sorry.
I was cringing so hard right now.
Good. Mission complete.
Grab that mega armor. Oh, you did.
Why would I not grab the Mega Armor? Come on.
I don't know. It's
Yeah.
my OCD kicking in right now. It's like...
All right, so I know how to piss off coffee whenever I do recordings, and that's just to leave everything useful behind and only use a pistol on everything.
Also, that demon ran away through the teleporter, and that never ever happens.
Yeah.
The strange things that happen when you're recording.
So does the telefrag thing happen in Doom 1, or is that Doom 2?
Oh, yeah.
telefragging
Telefragging does exist. So, with telefragging, what it is whenever you enter a teleporter right after another thing does, you basically kill it instantly. You do maximum damage.
What is maximum damage in Doom? How much is that? If we could define like a universal constant for maximum damage based on Doom science, what would that be?
Probably 9,999.
Possibly.
4 nines?
Yes.
I want to say it's like 2 to a very high power, maybe. I know 255 is like a typical max for 8-bit machines, but I think, well, this game uses integer math because it can't... John Carmack didn't program it to use decimal points, so everything is whole number based, so...
Oh, okay.
I think max damage is something like 32,000 and whatever makes it even to a power of 2.
Huh. Well, yeah, okay.
So this is containment area. It's the world's first crate maze as far as I'm concerned.
I remember this map pretty well because I always just kind of got confused in here.
The music
It
creeps
really
me
is
out.
a crate maze.
The music kind of creeps me out in here, honestly.
It's pretty good, I think.
Yeah.
Demons from Adrian's Pen. When I first saw that title, like years and years ago, I always thought like playpen, like a cage kind of thing. But then I realized that, oh, Adrian Carmack's the artist. That pen. Oh.
Pretty clever.
I thought you were going to say you always thought Adrian Carmack had like a little playpen full of demons or something like that.
Okay, that would actually be kind of cute. Just
Yeah,
like
full
a
of
miniature
cacodemons.
little... Yeah, well...
Bringing it back
okay.
home.
Yep.
So here's a weird thing about this level. The co-op starts are separated, so this is where like players 2 and 4 start, I think.
Ah, we'll probably take a look at that at some point, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And as far as I know, that's the only map in Doom 1 and 2 that does that, I think.
Which is kind of sad because it's really underutilized, but...
Yep. I don't know. It does cause a little confusion, I guess, but whatever. It's interesting, at least.
Maybe that's why I would always get lost, because I would start elsewhere, but I'd always remember how you would get through the crate maze, but I'd be in a different area, so I'd be following directions to go to the wrong place.
Oh my god.
Yeah, speaking of crates and whatever, did you explain what the armor pieces are basically are? The helmets?
Go ahead, because I'm not sure what you're getting at.
Oh, Berserk pack, though.
The bonus armor.
Berserk.
The bonus armor
Yeah.
is what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah, the bonus armor is you get 1% armor for whatever armor type you have. But let me explain the Berserk. So it's basically an inverted colored med kit, and when you pick it up, the screen turns all red, and your fist does 10 times damage, and you can give imps with a punch.
And Zombie Man.
Yep.
This is probably what gave birth to that comic.
Oh yeah. We don't talk about the horrible side effects of the Berserk pack. At least not yet, but
Not yet.
also it's kind of really hard to kill stuff with the Berserk with keyboard only. I guess I didn't bring that up. I'm playing with the keyboard only because I guess that's how I played when I was a little baby.
Well, and I mean, come on. Who's really gonna have a mouse for non-work computer?
I did have a mouse for Wolfenstein, so
okay.
I have to
That's
justify
kinda
it a little bit.
Alright, your mouse broke.
Yeah, I had to.
Sorry about that.
It was on the ground, and like the ground was all gross. And when I picked it up, a bunch of ants came out. It was.
Oh, god damn it. That story is going to haunt me for the rest of my life.
What? What kind
Oh, feel free to explain. I guess Coffee doesn't know.
Well, that happened, except in real life. So.
Yeah.
Ants.
Cleaning things out, and oh god, wasn't there also a soda can? Same story.
Probably.
And a laptop, maybe? Or I might be thinking of somebody else.
I don't know. Can we not talk about ants anymore?
Yeah,
That's
they're kind
fine.
of gross.
So what about the...
Oh,
I always
wait,
thought
this
this
is
little
a fun room.
I always thought this little room was kind of clever in the sense that the ceiling tells you where to go.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know how to solve this room. You just follow the path in the ceiling, and then a bridge pops up. You can mess it up by going to one segment.
Also
of
infighting.
Oh yeah, the fight of the century. Oh.
Well, I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
It kind of demonstrates how long the pinky's neck is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The odds were really stacked against the imp, but
Yep. I also think that imps have pretty high pain chance, so they kind of lose out there too.
yeah, compared to the demon, I think that's correct. So that's another thing I haven't explained, right? Pain chance.
Yeah, we were talking about that a little today.
So pain chance is the percentage that for any single, I'll say attack, the chance that it will stun the monster for a couple frames. So every time you hear it make the pain sound, like, well, it's kind of hard to find a place to point it out, but right there,
Yeah.
that's when he enters his pain state and he's stunned for a little bit, and, it's useful for stopping attacks, basically.
And we also got a new weapon.
Oh yeah, plasma gun. Also,
Yeah.
that lift can't come back down. I didn't know that until recently. So,
Oh,
yeah, you better
good to know.
grab it while the grabbing's good.
So, I just want to clarify. By attack, you do mean like every single individual bullet. So,
Yeah.
say for the shotgun, that's 4 attacks, we'll say.
So, yeah, the shotgun, it shoots 7 pellets in a random
oh,
spread.
7?
Yeah.
I thought it was 4.
Mhm.
It's been a while since I played Doom myself.
I think it's 7. Maybe.
I guess we'll find out.
Watch for the annotation.
Yes.
Alright, so we have this little secret area. We're trapped and we gotta get out of here. Oh, look!
Ah.
So, misaligned textures. Also, there's another secret in this hallway that I failed to get because I forgot about it. Oops!
Well,
Oh.
looks
I
like we have
walked right
to...
by it.
On the note of the creepy music for this level, by the way. Note music. Anyways, moving on. The textures in this part of the level especially help the atmosphere.
Sure.
I mean, it got all this kind of weird mechanical, I guess, circuitry.
Oops.
And oops.
I was expecting it to go up further. But,
Yeah.
real quick, we got another thing in this room, besides the chainsaw. Gesundheit.
Oh,
Hello
no.
there.
Oh, snap. Here we go.
This is so frightening. Is this more or less scary than the Cacodemon?
The Cacodemon...
I would say more.
Yeah. Skull
Just
guy.
on a fundamental level, not even for being actually scary looking, but just the reaction
oh,
it
come
evokes
on.
when you see one.
Not 3 stars. Come on. Come on. Get real.
Look at that. That's
Come on, Dale.
these guys are chumps.
Yeah.
I rated 3 stars
See.
if they were in a wide open room and they get attacked from all angles.
Right. Although I'm going to assume that our pedometer is based solely on encountering them either alone or in their own element, so just a group of them and no other enemies.
You know,
Or is our
I think you put a little too much faith in my my amount of thought into the pedometer, but
well, I mean, come on. It's just an average, so
what the heck ever.
what the heck ever.
Alright, so you step in that
Oh.
light and you get a nice supercharge. bet you guys didn't know that.
I didn't know that, actually.
I did and didn't because I've had it happen to me, and I was like, oh, I'm sure that Temin just hit a switch somewhere else on the map and gave me this free supercharge, thanks.
Oh, probably.
As I was passing it.
Yeah, I probably would have done that. I played through episodes 1 and 2 with Jake recently.
Oh.
And I was basically opening all the secrets for him while he was just kind of, not noticing that I'm doing that for him. But yeah, I wanted to ask you guys, like, what your familiarity with this episode is, because, I mean, we're backtracking a little bit, because I got the yellow key and it wasn't used on the main path.
I vaguely remember this episode. I just remember there is this one area later on. It's basically a giant sewer, and it has this one hell night that I distinctively remember from my childhood. Because for some reason I had trouble with this one hell night on the SNES version.
Oh man, yeah, the SNES version. We'll get to that soon. Also, this is another locked door that I didn't have the key for, but now do.
All right.
I remember this room now. Just don't remember.
I don't actually.
Oh, look, a new toy.
It's hidden away in the box maze. But yeah, this episode, well, episodes 2 and 3 were always so elusive to me because I had only ever played episode 1 because of the shareware thing. I would always look for like the full 3 episodes. I even asked my parents to call id and order the other 2, but they wouldn't.
Oh.
Which is weird because they had Doom 1. I don't know what the deal was, but...
So, my familiarity with this episode is probably a little bit better than episode 1, but with the way my terrible memory works, I won't recognize the level until I get to it.
This
but
level.
I still will remember it quite clearly.
So, this level's unique in that it used the intermission music as its theme.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I was about to ask, is that a glitch? Did something happen?
No.
But no.
It's just a bit smoother because I'm adding it in post.
Ah, you clever dog.
Also, for some reason, I've always associated this level with Olive Garden when I was a kid.
That makes sense in a weird way. Something about
the
the
vines.
Vines. Yeah, the vines in the central room.
I don't know. I was a weird kid.
Well,
I think we were all weird kids.
Man, I have an interesting story, but I think it's got to be saved for Doom 2 because that's when it's relevant. Man, missed opportunity. Future opportunity.
Missed future opportunity.
So how much damage does the plasma rifle do exactly?
Like a lot. I think it does like 10 to 40% damage per projectile.
So
enough to be incredibly menacing and also useless depending on how you use it.
Yeah, it's enough to give a zombie man if you hit it the right way.
So in other words, save your energy cells for the BFG. Ugh, sorry about that, yawned.
Say what?
Save your energy cells for the BFG.
Yeah, but that doesn't exist in this episode, so...
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
They gotta save
sorry.
some surprises for episode 3.
Yeah, I mean, that's where it all comes together, comes to a head.
Are you sure?
I am 100% positive.
Mm-hmm.
Also, check this out. I know a secret.
I know this secret.
Ammo. Also,
Mainly because I always just kind of dink around on that wall trying to find secret areas to get into.
yeah, so there's these 2 doors that enter from this room that are slightly hidden, kind of, barely, and they
Textures.
they both count as secrets. It's kind of arbitrary, but whatever. And also there's this weird sector effect going on here that I never understood. The way it works is you get like a bunch of interconnected sectors, and when you cross over a certain line, they just start sporadically moving up and down on their own. I have no idea how it really works, but it's always been strange to me. Also, here's the first non-boss Baron. Is this what you were thinking of?
No, it was another level.
Alright.
No, I don't remember this one at all. I remember... That's why I think of this area as Olive Garden, because it looks green as all hell. these weird architecture going on.
Yeah, Olive Garden's and their weird architects, am I right?
Yes.
I've only been to Olive Garden like once or twice in my life, so I don't really remember anything about it.
Me too, actually. I do remember having mac and cheese there, and it was awful.
I wouldn't think about going to Olive Garden to have mac and cheese.
Well,
so.
I was like 5, so what else was I gonna get in Olive Garden?
Spaghetti.
I don't like spaghetti.
Well, I guess you're gonna have a hard time then.
I don't even know what they have at Olive Garden, so I couldn't recommend anything.
Probably fake Italian food. Is Olive Garden the Panda Express of Italian food?
That's a good question. But by the way, would you recommend using the plasma rifle in the Lost Souls at all?
If there's a bunch of them, yeah.
Alright.
God, it's hard to think of weapon strategies because I just kind of do whatever feels right.
It's. I
Like
think we talked
yeah,
about
we
this
did,
a bit,
but-
Like how I mentioned in episode 1, I was getting bothered by the fact that you're using the
Oh
shotgun
yeah.
on lesser enemies instead of the chain gun. No, it's the other way around. You're using a chain gun on pinkies. I was like, what are you doing? Stop that. No.
Well,
Yeah. So like, just to reiterate a little bit, and I guess solidify the concept of how weapons work and do for what's the best to use. Well, right now, you're in tight corridors, and they're a little bit long, so a chain gun makes sense because it's pretty constant and accurate damage.
I've noticed I'm a bit ahead with recordings of Doom mods, but for maps I'm unfamiliar with, I like to stick to the chain gun because it's got like the quick access to being able to fire. There's no reload time or delay,
Right.
so you can just kind of fire as soon as you need to. Also, remember that time we played this map and I insisted there was a secret exit in this map?
Yeah.
There's a secret exit in this map, isn't there?
Not in this version of the game.
What?
Yeah, that's why I was so confused.
What version was it in?
Oh.
The Super Nintendo version.
Oh, of course.
Oh.
Of course.
Son of a gun.
Yeah, we spent like hours on this level trying to find the secret
Yeah.
exit because I was so sure it was in this map.
You were so right and so wrong at the same time.
But that's what happens when your first exposure to episode 2 is the Super Nintendo port.
Oh, look at this guy
Well.
getting 100% secrets.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
did pretty well on that level, I have to say.
Oh,
So-
this is the level. This is it.
Yeah,
Ooh,
I
they're
think
going
this
to
is
get
my
you.
favorite level, and one of my favorite tracks from Bobby Prince. I tend to like the more atmospheric tracks more than the heavy metal stuff in this game.
Yeah, it was this.
I think, yeah.
It was this room. It was just like, I think I was kind of creeped out by the whole lighting effects and shit in here.
Yeah, honestly, this is one of the creepier maps in the game.
Yeah, just this entryway right here is pretty dramatic in its presentation.
Also, another thing, we've been playing mostly Sandy Peterson maps lately.
Really?
Yeah.
No wonder it looks kind of good. Oh, there's the Sandy Peterson.
You'll see.
Trade.
It'll get worse. There's some egregious texturing that's coming up, but let's see. I think it's hard to say which maps are all Sandy Peterson because in the Doom map info credits, like all the maps for episode 2 and 3 are credited as Tom Hall / Sandy Peterson. But
All right.
I think the way to distinguish those is by the ones that are in the Doom alphas. So, going off of that, Tom Hall did level 2 of this episode, and I think level 3, maybe not. And then Sandy Peterson did this one in the first one.
I have an easier way of finding out what map Sandy Peterson did.
Yeah.
Count the number of cacodemons.
Also, you can get into the secret by running under this door before it closes, but if you do that in the early versions, you get stuck because they weren't intending for you to do that.
What? Oh no.
So
are we trapped?
I gotta type in IDSPISPOPD.
Oh, come.
You type what the heck?
Oh.
Oh. What does that spell exactly?
Spizpopped. It's a reference to an old BBS meme
Oh boy.
that somebody made into a real game. You're supposed to shoot that door to open it from that side, by the way.
Got it.
Oh, so that's where the whole idea of shooting shit came from.
Yep. All right, we got one cacodemon. Does that qualify as Sandy Peterson, or do we need more?
Well, we had another.
We have
one
2.
earlier.
It needs to be at least
two,
6 or
right.
7 in the map.
All right, I'll keep that in mind. Actually, yeah, I think you might be right. Jeez.
It's the cacodemon percentage counter. So if there's like 1 million cacodemons on the map,
I was
all right.
Oh
But
god,
if
I
there's
was
1 million
joking.
cacodemons and 80 million of every other enemy, then that's probably not.
Oh, here's the
Is
room.
this? Yeah, I
this
thought
is the
so.
This is the
That's-
room when I was a kid. I was just like, holy shit, this is scary. I remember.
Well, yeah, it makes that noise when you open the door. God.
and it-
Man.
I remember it was like nighttime, and it was like 8 or 9 o'clock or something. It was on the weekend or some shit.
Oh.
Oh man.
And I remember thinking, my parents were watching this horror movie, and they told me to go upstairs, and I'd be sitting up here in the dark room playing Doom on my SNES.
Oh man. So, oh god. Cacodemon number 3, by the way.
All right.
Are you gonna bait it into the crusher?
Of course I am.
Smart.
Here we go.
So
Yeah.
there are 2 types of crushers in Doom. You got fast crushers and slow crushers. And fast crushers, they'll maintain their velocity when they hit something, so whatever's underneath it will take less damage. But the slow ones will, slow it down, but it'll still
Like a deer.
damage it at the same, damage per second. So it's painful.
Very lethal.
Yeah.
So Cacodemon number 4.
Yep, number 4. Also, here's some Sandy Peterson texturing right here. Look at that.
Yeah. What?
The goat
What's
heads?
this crap?
Yeah,
That's
it's
his-
just everywhere.
I don't.
How does this rate on the feng shui meter?
It rates Sandy Peterson.
Oh, is that kind of just like a sticky note on the side that you kind of have to pull the arrow out of the spinner and tack it to point at?
Yes.
Yeah, it's like
Oh.
when you. Oh,
Oh God!
so
What are you
Here
doing?
we go. Yes. Aw.
I'm chainsawing. I'm sawing the.
There you go.
demons.
That's how you do it. That's what the chainsaw's for.
Yeah,
saw- the
Finally,
demons.
you're doing
Yep,
it the way I want you to do it.
I sawed the demons.
I love that track. That's actually probably one of the tracks I remember best from Doom.
It's got a pretty sick guitar solo in it, I must say.
It's so upbeat. Oh, that's good.
Also, I haven't explained the problem with the invisibility sphere that I have.
Yeah.
Oh wait, Cacodemon number 5.
Yep. We're getting close to the threshold. So, right, invisible sphere. They still haven't fixed the health thing. I'm still stuck at 199.
What version of Doom is this again?
It's like 1.2. Like the very first floppy disks, maybe, that they sent out. I don't know.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Did you have a hard time tracking this down, or was this on Steam?
Steam. What's that?
Oh, did your dad? Did your dad find this over at the old electronics store or something?
Yeah, he bought it at Circuit City.
Look, let's
Wait,
just
was that
say
a thing
that
in '93?
Yeah,
I don't
I
know.
don't know. Just say some crappy electronics store.
Look, we'll just say that your dad got a copy of it from my uncle Rob, and it's got a nice scribble of the word Doom on the floppy in Sharpie.
But he did a really good job trying to draw, like the stylized
Yeah.
font.
Just horrible
Oh,
font in
I-
this paint. Number 6.
Yep,
Number 7.
We've passed the Sandy Peterson threshold.
Oh.
Yes.
Official.
All right.
I can't believe I was right.
So, invisible spheres. So what they do is A, make your sprite a little harder to see, and B, it makes the enemy's range of attack weird. So normally when you're visible, they'll just shoot straight at you, but when you're invisible, they have like a random chance to shoot anywhere within like a 45-degree cone of your position.
That's weird.
So it's actually really handy for enemies that shoot bullets because their hit scan will,
hit scan.
yeah, they'll just instantly miss you. But if they're projectiles, it just kind of makes their firing a lot more erratic and harder to dodge by extension.
I don't know
We're
why.
playing a shmup
I
now.
don't know why I thought that was funny just now, just chainsawing the Lost Souls.
It's pretty
'Cause,
satisfying.
yeah, it's pretty fun to do.
Oh.
Also, deeper
Ooh.
secrets.
I know this secret pretty well, just because I always fall in it. in
Number
accident.
8.
Yep.
Oh, God, he's gonna chainsaw the Captain
Oh,
Demon.
sneak attack.
So here's another good use for the chainsaw. Since cacodemons have a high pain chance, they can be stun locked easily by it.
So, considering that was a sneak attack, what's the dice roll for a chainsaw if you're a rogue and you sneak attack a cacodemon? I have to know that
I
now.
don't even know how to begin answering that question.
Somebody will figure it out for me.
There's like 10 in this map.
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
And like
Sandy.
4 barons.
Okay.
That's not.
The Baron's also a Peterson thing.
No. I don't believe so.
No, I don't think so.
Wait, is there another demon in this room, or is that? Okay, never mind.
Also, that switch lets you get back up to that weird green hallway that we were in before we fell in the hole. But we're nearly done with this level.
Now you're doing well so far with it being a keyboard, no mouse.
Yeah, it's a lot harder to play like this, especially since you turn so slowly with the keyboard.
Is there any way to increase that?
Yeah, you hold the run button.
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
I meant
look at
like
this.
a slider,
Look
but
at this. Look at this creepy ass texture. Right.
Yeah, we're gonna get a good look at it.
oh man, that's pretty great and also not at the same time.
I would like to know where this came from. Like, did Adrian Carmack draw that? Did they like scan the id guys' faces and superimpose them on that weird
I was
texture?
gonna ask that, but
That's something I would like to know. Also, we did that.
Also, those are
yeah,
not.
just cheated.
Yeah, those are not faces of eternal suffering on that texture. Those are faces of eternal happiness, if you ask me.
Hey, come
Very happy. Oh, no thanks. I have a dinner date at 7, and it's 7, so goodbye.
Alright, next time we're going to the worst level in this episode.
There's actually a bad level in this episode.
Yeah.
Uh,
The end.